Dragon Break Reexamined. The late Third Era was a period of remarkable religious ferment and creativity. The upheavals of the reign of Uriel VII were only the outward signs of the historical forces that would eventually lead to the fall of the Septim dynasty. The so-called Dragon Break was first proposed at this time by a wide variety of cults and fringe sects across the empire, connected only by a common obsession with the events surrounding Tiber Septim's rise to power, the founding myth, if you will, of the Septim dynasty. The basis of the Dragon Break doctrine is now known to be a rather prosaic error in the timeline printed in the otherwise authoritative Encyclopedia Tamrelica, first published in the Third Era year 12, during the early years of Tiber Septim's reign. At that time, the archives of Alinor were still inaccessible to human scholars, and the extant records from the Elysian period were extremely fragmentary. The Elysians had systematically burned all the libraries they could find, and their own records were largely destroyed during the War of Righteousness. The author of the Encyclopedia Tamrelica was apparently unfamiliar with the Elysian year, which their priesthood used to record all dates. We now know this refers to the length of the long vision trances undertaken by the High Priestess, which might last anywhere from a few weeks to several months. Based on the analysis of surviving trance scrolls, as well as murals and friezes from the Elysian temples, I estimate that the Elysian order actually lasted only about 150 years, rather than the famous 1,008 years given by the Encyclopedia Tamrelica. The mystery of the millennia-plus rule of the Elysians was accepted but unexplained until the spread of the Lorcan cults in the late Third Era, when the doctrine of the Dragon Break took hold. Because this dating and explanation was so widely held at the time, and then repeated by historians through today, it has come to have the force of tradition. Recall, however, that the Third Era historians were already separated from the Elysians by a gulf of more than 2,000 years, and history was still in its infancy, relying on the few archives from those early days. Today, modern archaeology and paleonumerology have confirmed that my own research in the Elysian dating first suggested that the Dragon Break was invented in the late Third Era based on a scholarly error, fueled by obsession with eschatology and Numidianism, and perpetuated by scholarly inertia. Thank you for listening to today's video. I hope you enjoyed this tale from the Elder Scrolls universe. If you did, please consider leaving a like, sharing this video with a friend, or even subscribing. It helps the channel grow, and I'd appreciate that very much. And in closing, may you never be a milk drinker when encountering a Nord.